artist's like snakehead like is like moving, like flying like a fucking Chinese dragon through like the different facets of form and stuff like that. It's interesting. It's like I feel like you're like it's I read this quote that was like, art is just preparation for the next, right? It's just practice for the next.
Uh-huh. What do you think that
And
means?
it's like a never-ending pursuit. You're just continuously like exploring, and you're like
Right, like you don't know what the next line is until you make the first line.
right, and so you make the first line, and then you cover something like that is probably going to get tapped into in a different painting, you
Yeah.
know, or like get tapped into more in a different painting, but now you're just uncovering it a little bit, and it just keeps growing, and that's the evolution. And like I've been seeing, you went from obvious, like very obvious. You've gone from like more
Abstract, yeah. Like color field
abstract
stuff,
portraiture,
yeah.
like the abstract portraiture with colors and stuff, to now more refined colors. It seems, or like more, um, what's the word? Like your colors already had purpose, but even more now because they're
Hmm.
limited.
Right.
There's like even more purpose to them. It seems like, and it seems less experimental and more of like very conscientious decision making, which is like sick in terms of the color palette, which is like shows growth as an artist, right? I think in
Right.
that way, where you're like I know this color is this because I've used this before. I know what this is going to do. I know what this looks like adjacent to this color. Let's see you're still experimenting, right? I'm not saying you're at the peak, right? You're still like, let's see what this does here. Let's try this. You're still doing stuff like that. It's like
Right.
colored shadow, something I know you're interested in now. Like, and that's what I was gonna go into. You're more into like you're doing more like shadow, like forms on like figure work, like full body portrait. Like you're doing portraitures, but it's you're zooming out a little bit here. Is what I'm noticing,
Yeah.
and the subject is becoming less of the face or the concept of the form of the face, and now you're taking in your environment more. And I don't know if that has to do with because you've moved into an environment in which you're more accepted of
Mm.
and expressing in your art more, which is, I mean, that's pretty cool. That just popped out of my ass.
That pop out of your ass.
It's just like stream of thought, stream of consciousness talking right now.
Right.
But yeah, that's really cool. Actually, if you were like when you're written about as an artist, when you're like dead, shit like that.
In 2 weeks when you
Go take the time in which Esmond was living in.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Maryland. I forgot the state of Maryland, dude. I forgot the name. I was embarrassed.
You forgot the
Jesus.
state of Maryland?
I forgot what that. I forgot what. Yeah, I just like it was there, but I couldn't. I had to dig.
You had a dick. That's beautiful. I like that.
Maryland era, you were more focused on the beauty of individuals. His interactions were more pure and genuine to you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, whereas you could like, I feel like you could care less about like angry drunk hobos fighting on the street right outside your door and shit. Like,
Yeah, since then I've become more cynical of the human race. When you have people fighting drunk angry hobos fighting outside your door, you're like,
I got bit. Can I tell you some crazy shit that happened to me yesterday?
what? Like you got bit by a homeless person?
Close. So I'm walking. Wait, oh no, hold on. That's a stupid start to the story. Sorry.
Oh, you got
Me and
inseminated by a homeless
yesterday,
person.
me and my buddy yesterday, me and Silk yesterday, we got to the show. Load-in was a lot earlier than the show started, and the first band hadn't started, so we had a lot of time. Everyone was getting food. I had already eaten, but I was looking for a sweet treat. And I'd been craving ice cream for so long. So I was like, bro, let's get ice cream. so let's get ice cream. We found a place called Cozy Ice Cream Shack or whatever. We go there. We're like walking under this like hotel thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how hotels have that like overarch thing where you load in your car, and it's kind of cool. It's like a little zone.
Yeah.
We're like walking under there to cut through, and there's a giant fucking, you know the Beethoven dogs?
Oh yeah, yeah. From the movie poster.
Yeah, dude, that thing. That exactly from Beethoven. That thing.
Right.
That those giant. I forget what they're called. Um, but anyways, looks so friendly, right? He's just like
Right.
standing there and wagging his tail, sitting down, standing up, wagging his tail, like being just like a drooly fart. And I was just like, oh my god, this dog is so cute. And then there's like, he's being held on a leash by a boy. And the boy looks friendly. So I'm like, oh my god. And everyone's like, oh my god, what a pretty dog.
What a pretty
He's
dog.
like, and I'm like, we're walking past him.
Yeah.
This dog like stands up and comes walking towards me. And I'm like, hi, buddy. And my hands were down, they weren't up. And I put my hands out, like opened.
Mm-hmm.
And then he fucking lunges at me. Like jumps and lunges at me. And I put my arm up.
Right.
Because, like, what the fuck is going on? And he, like, tries to chomp my arm. But his, like, he got pulled away in time. And his fucking lips, like, slobbered on my arm, dude.
Damn.
And I was
Holy
like,
crap.
and all during that, like while that happened, like someone yelled, "Hey!" behind me, and it was like the dog owner's father, or like whatever, the dad of the boy,
Right.
like, him coming running over, and that's when I realized, like, oh shit, like, what the fuck, just like that was nuts. Like, I am not. Dude, I like every time I have faith in like dogs and pets, I'm like,
Dude. Yeah.
horribly disappointed. It's so upsetting. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's okay." Like this guy's just like, you gotta get like, it's a fucking wild animal, dude. Like,
Yeah, he's a sweet dog. They say like, oh, he's a sweet dog. He doesn't hurt or whatever.
circus wrangler, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like it's like me having an elephant, or like no, not an elephant. Elephants are pretty docile, pretty intelligent creatures. If you're nice to them.
Yeah.
Like a fucking bear or a tiger. Like, this is my pet. What do you fucking mean, dude? They look at these things. That is a fucking. These are two. Like they have predator drives.
Right.
Why choose to keep these animals? I love dogs. I love animals. I love friendly animals.
It doesn't sound like you do.
But dude, I have so much trauma from like.
Right. Repeatedly getting inseminated by a dog.
Repeatedly getting fucking like I've been like I fucking lost control. I had to get elective surgery for my thumb because my thumb didn't work.
Right. They call it elective, which is funny.
Yeah, that's because I didn't stay in the ER during the height of COVID for overnight.
Right.
They were handing out blankets and pillows. I decided to leave.
You're like, fuck this shit. I am over this.
I am over this.
Yeah.
It was already so late too. It was so annoying.
So annoyed. Well, that's wild. Will you ever have a dog of your own?
I think I might start with a cat.
Wait, what about a goldfish?
Oh no. Cats domesticated themselves. I think they're the only species to have done that.
Well, the good thing with goldfish is that if you get hungry, you can just eat it.
True.
You can still do that with a cat or a dog, but
I feel like goldfish are like that's a sad life.
it's a sad life.
I feel like that somehow contributes to the Chinese wet market, and I don't want to do that.
Really, you have a thing against the Chinese wet market, don't you?
Dude, I have a thing against Chinese culture and Asian culture. I have a thing against I have a thing against coastal fishing culture.
Right. Interesting.
Because it's like, all right, we're past that point. We have like international trade. We should give up like destroying our Earth now. Okay, I get it. It's a cultural thing. Stop. Okay, cool. Stop. Why are you killing dolphins? Why are you whaling? Why are you
Wailing.
whaling?
Oh.
Why are you whaling? Like what?
Right. Like what?
Why does that happen? There's also oh my God, one of the Chinese president to PETA, I believe one of the Chinese presidents of PETA got arrested in Ethiopia. Because what they'll do is they'll steal endangered monkey in Ethiopia,
Uh-huh.
and they'll ship them over. There's Ethiopian flights, Ethiopian plane lines.
And the reason why you know this is because you've done this, obviously.
No, it's because Megan works for PETA and has people like.
Okay, right.
I'm literally talking about her coworker right now.
Oh, I see.
Which is wild to think about. But there's people that get like arrested in places because of the shit that's going on. But they were doing like a research thing on the Ethiopian Airlines, pretty much uncovering that the Ethiopian Airlines is in cahoots with like shipping endangered animals and shipping like below decks, like shipping
Below decks, like below jobs under the deck. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Below the ground, like right. So it's like kind of sketchy, like endangered monkeys, like like really fucking just like this bad vibe. And so she goes to expose this, and they get fucking arrested. Fucking wild, like it locked up abroad Ethiopian jail. Him and his fucking 11-year-old son.
Right.
And they got released, but it's funny, the video that they posted, like that they sent to like PETA, he's took a video of himself right when he got out, like talking about what had just happened and that he's out, and you see in the background his son literally just like Fortnite dancing in the streets of Ethiopia right after staying.
Holy shit.
In the Ethiopian jail.
Dude, that's an adventure.
These kids are hardened. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's so scary. What the fuck?
Right.
So the same monkeys that are like experimented on over here, as well as sold in markets in Asia.
What about monkey sex?
Monkey sex? I mean, artificial insemination.
What does that have to do with monkey sex?
When it comes to artificial insemination of any animal,
right.
The tool that they use is called a rape stick.
Wait, what? Rape stick?
Yeah, it's the artificial insemination tool.
Jesus Christ, but it doesn't have to be called that. Holy crap. That is what they call it.
Scientists are so, like, that's the thing, dude. Like, we're like,
scientists are edgelords.
But, dude, that's the thing. These scientists are edgelords, and the point, they're so, like, disheartened to all of the death and, like, torture of these animals that, like, they're, like, laughing while they're calling it a rape stick. It's a rape stick because it's a humor. There's a humor.
Yeah, it's like whoever named it that knows what's going on. Like...
Exactly. And so, like, the fact that it's also known, like, Sam is studying biotech right now. So
just for
like,
fun.
About that, and he learned about, like, because he's going to school for it.
Is he actually going to school for it? Like, majoring in something like that? Like, undergrad?
I believe so.
Okay, I see.
He's going up again. He's doing pretty sick, too. He's doing really well.
Right.
I'm fucking proud of this kid. Dude, we went camping. It was so fun.
Yeah, you guys called me out on the camping trip.
I know. Oh.
Rape sick, Jesus Christ. And what do you do with this? Oh, well, it's kind of, obvious.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait.
It's not what you think. It's not what you think.
So yeah, right. It's not what you
It's like
think.
it's so weird. I don't know if I've told you this. Megan has to act like I've asked Megan to like refrain from telling me some stuff because like sometimes I get
It's
so
cruel.
bro, I get so charged up like
Because of the
to the
animal
point where
cruelty stuff?
yeah, dude. The fact that it's going on, like, it's not just like when you think about animal cruelty, you think about abusive owners and like factory farms.
Mm.
It is so, it's so deeper than that. It is so deeper than that. There's like 50% of the dog shelters are doing that shit. There's like, it just gets so fucked up so fast. And
Right.
I'm like, the more Megan tells me about it, the more I'm like, I feel steam boiling out of my ears, and I'm like, give me the exact location of this person.
I want to dog whip this owner.
No, I'm like, I'm literally about to buy a firearms license and become a fucking extremist.
Dog shelter shooter.
Yeah, no, like not like that, but like there's like certain like I don't know, there's certain operations that are going on, like scientific stuff, and the dog shelter stuff. I still like, I don't know enough about to be able to like go off about. But the whole thing about no kill shelters is that they'll turn like if you come up with a pit bull to a no kill shelter,
Yeah.
they'll say, no, we can't take those dogs. You need to put that. You either need to put it back where you found it, or find a home for it, or have it put down at a kill shelter.
Right.
Right. And so they're like, oh, we don't kill, but we recommend you kill this dog somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't. So the whole thing where PETA's like, oh my God, PETA supports the death of kill shelters.
Animals.
The PETA supports kill shelters. They support the death of animals. And for some reason, this is always the weird like conspiracy about PETA. But in reality, dude, the kill shelters they offer like humane ways to put down dogs that actually have no other fucking option. They are fucking going to bite.
Right.
I don't care how good of a pet owner you are and how Caesar Milan you are.
Caesar maligned?
Caesar Milan.
Caesar Milan, what is that? What? Okay.
He's a dog whisperer.
I see.
But like, yeah, it's like, that's where I feel a lot of people get mad. It's like, but wait, if I just gave the dog a chance, it's like, no, like that doesn't like dogs that were raised for 10+ years of their life to fight aren't going to be able to live a normal life after 10+ years. The best thing we can do for the safety of that dog and others is to put it down. I'm sorry. That is humanity's fault for even creating this dog in the first place. Like, and it's our burden to deal with the fucking guilt. Like, it's not like we're just like, I don't know, crazy cat ladies being like, "What are you doing to my cats?" It's like, dude, like you literally allowed your cats to breed for 15 years of your life free in your house. You have 200+ cats. We're gonna have to put all of these cats down. You know, or there's no room in shelters for these fucking cats. This is your fault. You know, like.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty bold opinion on these pets, but I feel like I've been hardened by the bullshit I've seen in my life, dude.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I can't even. Charlie's lived in the Midwest. I mean, even you. Have you seen dogs chained up outside?
I mean, I think so. Yeah, I've definitely seen maybe a few. Yeah, I can't recall specifically, but I've seen dogs chained, like individual dogs, like just like by the owner.
Yeah, like almost most dogs in like the Midwest. There's a lot of dogs in the Midwest that are chained up just outside as guard dogs, and they live their entire life attached to the chain.
Right.
Tethered to the chain.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. Sorry, I'm going on a fucking
Rampage.
an animal rights rampage. But that isn't even like,
Yeah.
none of that like actually matters. I think what really matters is like the livestock thing.
The livestock
But I
thing.
think, like the the environmental impact on shit. I don't think the emotional impact on like animal owners, like my pets. Bitch, the ocean is dead. Like
Right.
there's like your pets, like
My pets.
your pets will be cockroaches.
Cockroaches. Fuck. Cockroaches. Right. Oh, dude, the Michaels sale ended today, and I bought some canvases 2 days ago. So good timing.
Oh, nice.
No, actually, it's still here. Oh, damn, I just saw it.
Oh, damn! I was excited for the next one, dude. I'm like, hit me with the next one. What is it? Paintbrushes? What is it?
Right.
Sketch markers? Like, I mean, I'm curious to see what the next sale is.
We're curious to see.
I hope it's not on like the fucking circuit printer shit.
Shit.
You know what I mean? You know the weird like printing stuff that they have?
I don't.
What?
Yeah.
Not a 3D printer, but it's like a 2D like rotary cutter that moves on like a 2D plane, and he like cuts out vinyl and like patterns and stuff.
Right.
And there's 1,000,006 different parts and accessories for it. And the majority of the Michaels that I have near my places has that stuff.
Whoa.
And then the edge have like the art stuff.
That's so edgy.
Streamlining art right now. It reminds me of Barnes and Nobles. You go in Barnes and Nobles and like the small Kindle section has taken over. You know what I mean? Like gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I mean, we can't phase out books. That doesn't work.
Right.
Stop. You're not gonna phase a paintbrush out either. Fucking chill.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude.
we're so good.
Right. Dude, I'll tell you something funny. When I was in Maryland, this Michael's that was like 10 minutes walk away from my place, I went there a bunch of times, obviously, and I would like purchase online, get the discount or whatever, right? Like buy two, get two free or something, whatever. And then, um, and then like I would go and pick it up, and like at least like three, maybe even four times, I would pick up, and for some reason their system would think that I never picked it up, and so they would cancel the order and give me a complete refund.
Nice.
Like 3 or 4 times, and then the last 2 times, I think I don't know. They just like I guess their system was working, or something that where the scan went through. But I was like, this is insane. Isn't that insane, Louis?
That's wild. It's like
Getting free canvases, literally not paying anything.
that happened to me with a sheet of acid once.
Really?
Yes.
From Michaels.
No. From a guy in Orland.
From a guy in New Orleans.
I was up and I woke up like.
Did you have
like,
sex with this guy?
I woke up in a fright the night after, like the night of, because I was like, I forgot to pay him. I was like, this guy is gonna be hunting me down the entire time I'm on vacation in this city. I'm so scared. And then I texted him, and he's like, "Fuck, dude. Honestly, don't even sweat it." I was like, "God, like."
Right. You're like, I don't want an acid guy to chase me down and fuck me in the
I don't want him
ass.
to be like, "Hey, you look familiar." No, I know you before. You ripped me off. Like some bullshit like that.
Right.
Yo.
What?
So, I used to like talk so much. I think like come up with all these skits with my friends. I feel like it happens still.
Yeah.
But
Same.
because I've been expecting it,
Uh-huh.
it not coming, I'm like literally scouring these skits with my friends for like I wanna like animate one of them just to make like a funny ass animation. I think that would be funny. A lot of the concepts and like what is it called? Riffing? When you just like and then this guy comes out of nowhere and just starts blasting and like start adding in like both start adding in elements and like to the humor. It's like riffing. I think is what it's called. I used to call it hypothetical.
It is a very simple application.
Hypothetical humor. It really is. But
you know, Geico has 24/7.
Yeah, animating one of those would be pretty funny.
Are you still animating that world?
Yeah, it's yes.
I see.
It's challenging. I've been writing mostly with this, sketching stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also doing a series of sculptures right now.
Yeah, I think I've seen those. Yeah, with the Play-Dohs.
Huh?
With the clay, with the Play-Dohs.
With the clay? No, those are for the world.
Wait, no, for the world, as in like you're presenting them to the world.
No,
Oh, for your world, yes, I see.
For my secondary world.
Right.
This
One of your
world.
secondary worlds.
Right, true.
Isn't that awesome? Like, I exist in multiple worlds, yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
But wait, what do you use with the sculptures?
I'm thinking about. So I went to the sculpture park and I saw a lot of these giant bronze sculptures, and I was like, yo, like I learned how to do some of this stuff.
Right.
In school, and my dad comes from this background. Like, I'm gonna start sketching some larger sculpture ideas. And
Yeah.
I've had this. I think I told you about this ring that I was making, right? And I did a pastel sketch of the ring.
Absolutely, dude.
With the face that was like pulling open with the chin touching the top of the head. That I think I want to do on a large scale. Like,
You want to do that on a large scale so you could boost your ego.
No, I just
I want to say that to an artist walking to galleries like, so.
I had to go through my series of checks. I was like, Esmond is teasing me.
Yeah, no, of course.
I was like, no, and I was like, no, it's not even that.
No, but wouldn't it be really funny, but also so real? Like, I mean, it's like I'll just describe something, and you've probably like seen this happen, but like, there are some people who are just like very brutally honest, but they're not trying to be mean. Like,
No,
yeah, like you say something, and then they're like, oh yeah, because you wanted to, like, you're a greedy little fuck, aren't you? Like, like they say it like that. What they mean it, but they're not trying to be mean.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's said in a way of like, yeah, no, it's exactly.
Kind of blunt and comical even.
Yes.
If the person takes it the wrong way, they can always be like, "Oh, I was just kidding."
Yeah.
But if the person is like, "Oh no, actually, I'm not being greedy," then they're like, "Oh yeah, the person took it seriously, but also responded in a real way."
Right.
But yeah, like walking into a gallery and being like, you could have painted this in 16 by 20, right? So what was this, like a big ego boost for you to paint this on a 6 feet by 6 feet? Right? Am I right, everyone?
But I think I want to be able to do like an archway where you can walk under his teeth.
Under his teeth, the rabbit.
No, under the face that was getting pulled open.
Oh, I see.
Because it's a ring that's like two parallel rings.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very specific like shape that I got to sketch a couple of times. But then I was also having a fucking blast sketching, and I like I was doing my normal like drawing a face with its mouth open like way more than humanly possible.
Way more than it was supposed to.
Yeah, that's like what I've been like practicing doing, trying to get that form down, to get like that good, trying to get pain. That's like ultimately what I'm trying to capture.
Ultimately, what you're trying to capture is pain.
Pain in the face, yes.
And if you add a T there, it turns into paint.
True. Ain't if that's the T.
That could be the ad for our paint company, dude. Remember that?
Pain, and that's the T.
And that's the T.
Pain with a T, and that's the T. No,
Yeah.
but the two like cheeks that are coming down form into like two muscular legs. Probably one of the more abstract like images I think of like some pretty abstract images, but in terms of like being able to like produce this,
right.
Like I'm closing my eyes and I'm imagining like a writhing field of flesh with like hair and like eyes, and also like a beautiful woman standing in the middle dancing, like all white.
Right.
Like I might be able to paint that, but definitely not the way that I see that in my mind's eye right now. It's always a pursuit to do that, though, right?
Yeah.
A beautiful woman in all white prime me. I can't wait to.
Sorry.
True.
That's an AI generated Keanu Reeves. What?
It's Keanu.
It's Keanu. It's Keanu. Oh my god. It's Keanu. You show up at the premiere of a movie, one of his movies, is like, hey, it's Kino, everyone. That's wild. So you want to do an archway? Okay, I see that.
What?
You said you want to do an archway.
An archway? Oh yeah, dude. I want to do an archway with the teeth, like kind of like so. Like the mouth is open. The mouth is still pulling. Like the mouth is still agape. The jaw is still pulling back in a circular way behind the head. So the chin is on top of the head.
Right.
But the inside of the mouth is negative space. It doesn't. There's no back to it. There's no back of that mouth. It just opens up to the open air, so that it would basically be standing like two discs, two rings,
right,
upright, with like a skull, or like not a skull, with a head, without the top jaw, and then the top jaw on the top. And those rings are pretty much the cheeks, like pulling out in that weird manner.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd be able to walk in between the two rings, underneath the teeth, underneath the head.
Right.
I think. I don't know.
I think.
I'm not, like, I need to sketch this out, because there's the way that it looks like from the side.
I want you to sketch me out and do a 360 and then do a backflip.
Like, what is it going to look like from the side? Do I make it look like a noodle, or do I make it look like a smeared photo? Like
smeared photo, definitely.
Yeah, that's like, that would look so cool.
Yeah.
Yes. I love how like doing stuff for the sake of it, like to look cool. Like not, I want it to look cool for others, but like, oh, this would look sick. Like I'm gonna do like.
It's a good feeling. It's thrilling, yeah.
It's such a real feeling, yeah.
Right.
It's not talked about much in the art world. I feel like everyone's too pretentious to be like, to limit it to such small words like cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's sort of the problem with the hype beast. It's like they're running the whole show, it seems, like money and everything, and then their vocab is so limited. You watch a video and they're like, yeah, it's cool. You're like, what?
But yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you find I don't know. Well, we talk about it with more words than just cool. That's what's important, you know. Well, yeah, this the thing is like the art world is such a nebulous term in some way because like it's out there. It's what is it even? The art world is your world, the world that you live in. It's the people that you talk to. Who do you talk to? You talk to me, you talk to Chase, you talk to Charlie. This is the art world for you, you know?
True.
And anything other
True.
than that is just like out there and
Anything other than that is this big bad monster created by our own brains that's like
yeah,
fueled by perception of like media's form of what their art community is.
right. And
Like,
yeah, and it's mostly just the internet. Like, how many of these experiences have you had in person where the person is just infuriating and they all their entire vocabulary is limited to just like cool? Like, very few
or like,
compared to the internet.
dude, I like wish I was. Oh, I wish I just kept up doing sculpture.
What do you mean you just kept up? You can always do it. You're still doing it.
I am still doing it. No, I just mean like there's a very specific opportunity that I had um was a part of at that time,
Was it like
and I
sort of like
stopped.
a patron or something like that?
What?
Was it sort of like a patron or whatever?
Like someone that? What do you mean?
Like somebody that would
Yeah.
buy it or whatever, so you had the support,
Yes. Yes.
and that person is
Pretty
no
much.
longer alive or what? Like,
I gotta like reach out to them again. I don't
right.
know if they would be my art now. I know that they would be into a specific art that I know I can make.
And here's the
Um,
thing, Louis. There's
is
endless
that what a
supply.
patron is?
What? Patron? Yeah, somebody who supports. Like,
Like, loves your art and is like, just let me know and I'll buy your shit. Like,
exactly. That's what a patron is. Yeah.
so many people like that, dude. Like, I feel like in different ways. Like, dude, I bought this. I bought it. One of my friend's art pieces I saw, and I was like, I have to have this. I
Right.
literally reached out to them and bought it from them. Gave it
Dude,
to
when
Megan.
I showed up to Santa Fe, and this was during the period of time when I only had like 40 bucks in my pocket, I went to
Yeah.
the plaza and I found this painter. I mean, there was so much art there, but I stopped by one of the kiosks or stands, and there was this oil painter, and I was like, "You have no idea how good your stuff is. Like this could be in museums. This should be in museums." I was taken away by it. I was like, I was really inspired. It was a beautiful day, and like I was in a really good mood, and like I also liked his stuff, and it was really good. And I was like, "How much is this one for?" It was like a landscape painting on a panel, and he was like, "I did this one in Florence, um, and Florence, Italy," and I was like, "Wow, this is beautiful." And I was like, "How much for this?" And he was like, 300, but I can give you a good deal. And he was like, 180. And I was like, oh, let me see my bank account. And the check still hadn't arrived. So like I still had $40 and he was like, well, that's okay. Like, let's do Venmo or whatever. And he just like kept being pushy. But the point is like, yeah, like you were like, I saw one of my friend's artworks and I wanted to really have it. And I mean, I resonate with that feeling. I'm like even insane. Like I don't have any money, and I'm like, let me spend the $180 and see if like
Right.
my bank is gonna go into overdraft.
I mean, I've done that with like going to festivals. There's a lot of people that make like handmade clothes and stuff like that out there, and it's super cool.
Right.
Like this woman did this like with like thick wool, like I'm talking yarn that's like the size of like a dime thick,
Mm.
and she knit this wizard hat, like a long pointy wizard hat, and it's really heavy, and it's so cozy to buy one of those. I have no money.
You wanted to buy, but you had no money.
I bought one when I had one.
Right.
gotta fly for a second.
You gotta fly. Where are you going?
I gotta answer this call.
You gotta answer the call.
Yes.
All right. Peace. All right. Have a good day. Bye. Learn how to record.
Well, like one time I tried recording a conversation because it was basically a guy telling me to give up on my dreams, and I wanted to record it because I was like, my mind was blown, and I wanted to listen to it as my motivational speech.
Right, and upload it on YouTube and just anonymous anonymous YouTuber.
I'm not propose this motherfucker as a piece of shit, but like
Yeah.
someone that has already given up on their dreams and trying to inspire others to, which is probably just some evil shit, right? It's not evil, it's misunderstood.
Right.
I forget what I was saying though. Totally went on another there. How do you record?
Well, I pick up the call on one device and then I record on another device.
Oh, you multi-device motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, when you just have one phone, that's impossible. So if I was in a car with just my phone and no other devices, I wouldn't be able to record it, obviously. And I can't record on the same device.
Doing it on your laptop. Dude, I got magic mushrooms finally. I'm gonna start microdosing soon.
Right.
I'm excited.
Wait, what? Oh yeah? Like, what's the microdose like? Remind me again, it's like what, like 1 gram? No, less than that actually.
Yeah, like 0.25.
0.25. What's the peak limit of microdosing?
Like the most that you can microdose is probably just a normal dose, right? Like, I don't know. You could eat like a cap. I don't know what that means, but like that's probably like I don't know the grammage. I gotta weigh these things out more. But caps and stems are different. I kind of want to grind these all up, put them in pill forms,
Right.
so that I can actually like dose it out better.
Dosing it. What is a dosing?
Yeah,
What is it? What is a dosing?
A dose?
Dosing. A guy.
Dosing?
You don't know? Okay, anyway, go ahead. What are you saying?
Tell me about a dose.
I don't know, it's like an attendant or something like that. Somebody was telling me. I think it was Douglas was telling me about it, like a docent at a museum. And I just like pretended that I knew it because I was like, I want to be the sophisticated guy that knows what a sashimi is, what a docent is, what Kyoto is, what a Szechuan sauce is.
You're exposing all the words that you have like the list of forever not knowing because you build up a repertoire with yourself.
Exactly, because I just never want to even ask the question because if I ask, I'm going to be like, oh, he's not as sophisticated. Oh, let me explain how high culture works. Was like, why would you use the word docent if you could use the word attendant?
That sounds like an insecurity of yours.
Of course. What are you talking about? What are you, my therapist right now? That sounds like an insecurity of yours.
You don't think you're high culture, sir?
Right.
Just because you weren't born in America, sir.
Have you ever heard the word copacetic?
Yes.
Okay, what does that mean?
I've heard copacetic. Like
copacetic, yeah.
Yeah, I pretend like I know what the fuck that means.
It means an excellent order or polite.
It means okay or satisfactory.
Yeah, we seem to be using different dictionaries.
Really? How are you spelling copacetic?
COPACIC.
So what is hunky-dory? Very satisfactory.
Right. Does it actually say hunky-dory?
Dude, I fucking people. Why do they say copacetic?
I don't know. It's.
I'm gonna start. That's like, oh my god, dude. That's why we are not to evolve. We are fractal creatures inward. not outward, inward. We were just being like, okay, but I need a bigger word for copacetic now. I need people to know that I like what the fuck? Everything is satisfactory. Like
Just
chill.
say that, yeah.
Okay. Don't say copacetic. What the fuck does that mean?
Right. Is that a real word?
I'm gonna destroy their lineage. Origin. Comes from one dude probably that's like what a piece of shit.
Abraham Lincoln?
No, just some dude writing about it.
Right.
Straight up, literally just being like trying to be Shakespeare so bad. Trying to be Dr. Seuss so bad. Dr. Seuss isn't even a boy, but
Right.
No. I refuse to accept anybody that says copacetic in language.
But like you hear it maybe like 4 times a year?
Yeah, dude, I hear it a lot. I used to hear it by Turtle all the time. And now that I'm realizing what it means, I'm just actually like, I'm flaming mad right now.
because how is it that he's the one who's talking about hunky dory?
He's using it like, no, but the way that it's used is like in the way that insignificant is used. You know that word?
No, what is it?
Insignificant.
Oh my god, this is the first time I'm hearing that word.
Okay, so this insignificant is a word coined by the 60s. It means anything you want it to mean, essentially.
Really?
Yes. It's used in the sense of like... It's used in the sense of like flexing the fan. It was first used... It was used as a joke in the 60s.
Right.
It was quoted by Adam West's Batman. They should have created... It's an invented word to sound fancy, essentially. Is what that is.
That's funny.
Say fucking copacetic. Copacetic. Oh my god, dude. I hate that.
Right.
Oh my.
Well, forget that I mentioned it, dude. Don't let it ruin your day.
I'm so glad I learned that today. I love learning some hateful facts.
Right. But like, 4 times a year is not that much.
No, but like it's too much, dude. Don't say that word. Next time I can't wait. I can't wait till I hear this the next time. I'm gonna stop them, interrupt them mid-sentence, and just be like, "Don't say that word." Stop. What are you saying? Are you saying? What would be the word to use for it? Fucking
hunky dory.
Hunky dory? No, there was a better word that was like
in excellent order.
Yeah, you should say satisfactory.
Right.
Everything is copacetic, officer. Like, fuck you. Get out of here. Like, literally the most bureaucratic, like, government official type shit to say. Like, of course I heard it from a guy that, like, is like, I've inherited $1 million. I never need to work a day in my life.
Did he actually inherit something like $1 million?
Yeah, he's got a lot of money. His lawyers put it in an offshore account, so he's got passive income generating from just interest alone.
Really? Like how much? Like thousands of dollars?
Like a couple of.
Wait. No, but how much a month?
Oh, I don't know.
But he basically lives off of that.
Yes.
Right. Does he go like? Does he ever buy crazy stuff and like if he wants to buy something, he just buys it?
Yeah. He's a big cocaine guy, which is so upsetting, man. I can't, actually, no, it's not upsetting. It's very Robin Hood, isn't it?
What?
I hope the cocaine dealers aren't also, well, they are, right? They're a millionaire. I'm selling coke.
Right.
I'm not gonna sell coke. Robbing me. I was already nervous with acid, dude. But it was chill all the time. Never
Right. Yeah.
that.
Have you tried it ever?
What?
Have you ever tried it?
Cocaine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little older than you. I feel like I was when I was how old are you now?
25?
25?
Yeah.
So when I was 21 and 22 is when I was doing a lot of my hard drugs. I was doing cocaine, and I was not regularly, but also whenever I went to my dealer's house to buy weed.
Yeah. You do half a line.
I would do a full line, maybe two.
Whoa.
But I wasn't. It was more of a social thing. Cocaine really didn't work on me.
Right.
To me, I had already at that point I had snorted prescription drugs before, for music stuff.
For music stuff, for research purposes.
Yeah, oh no, yeah, I was with a friend of mine. We were snorting alcohol, and it was really fun. I had a lot of fun with that. That lasts a lot longer than cocaine lasts. Weird.
Right.
Cocaine was kind of just a tease at that point. I was like, what? What even is this? This isn't even anything. What the fuck? But I still did it because it's fun to do, and girls always came out of the cracks when you're doing cocaine.
Really?
No, but yes. They're crusty girls. They're not worthy.
They're not worthy.
They're not worthy. I mean, it's just you end up just doing lines parallel to them, right? Because you're not the one providing the cocaine.
Right.
But it does seem like cocaine dealers have a lot of fun. It's low-key sex trafficking because it's an addiction type thing going on. But I only did that for a little bit, and then I was this upperclassman in college. I was really nice.
Like an aristocrat.
He was really cool. Yeah, he was a nice guy. He didn't hang out with any seniors, and I was really confused as to why. And it turns out that he was married his junior year, and then beat up his fiance, and then she moved schools and stayed at the school for some reason. And that's why no one in his upper class talked to him. So that was something to note, but that I didn't realize till a lot later. But anyways, this guy was super nice, really chill guy. He was kind of like a jock character.
Uh-huh.
In that, I felt like I was it was nice. It was I was and he was cool. Shit. And we would always sneak in. He was dating friend's roommate, and so we were basically buddy. We were shacked up in the same place together for the most part, and we were hanging out, getting drunk together, laughing, crying, doing all this crazy shit. He got this. He's a nursing student, and then he finally got this position in the hospital.
Right.
Where he could, where he was working, and he started to low-key steal some of the medication from the hospital, and little did I know what it was. I didn't know. I my mind probably did. I mean, hindsight is 20/20 right now, right? But like,
Yeah.
I was thinking about it like, he came up to me and he's like, hey man, when all the girls were gone, they went to the bathroom or something. And he's like, hey man, come with me. We went down to his room, and while we're walking, he's like, all right, you gotta promise me you can't tell these girls, right? And I was like, okay. He's like, I found something that's like close to LSD. And I was like, oh shit. And at that point, it was a fucking mythical drug. That was like, that word was the key word that's I needed to hear at that time.
Yeah.
Get me to like try it, you know, really try that. I had done a lot of research about it. I was really fascinated with it. And so he's like, it's kind of like the body high minus the mind. I was like, okay, let's do it. And we went into his room, and what we did is we broke this pill up, this little blue pill.
It's a blue pill.
And put it up on tinfoil.
You put on your tinfoil hat on.
We put the blue pill on a piece of tinfoil, and we burned the bottom of the tinfoil.
Wait, what drug is this? This is, yeah.
This is. Let me tell you what we were doing.
This is Percocet.
Yes. I
Okay.
learned this 2 years later is what I learned what drug I was doing.
2 years later, that's insane.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know what it was until I like hung out with this girl and I told the story, and then her roommate started crying. She's like, you were chasing the dragon, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's insane.
Chasing the dragon is because when you light the tinfoil, the pill like slides on the tinfoil.
Right.
And leaves like a trail, like a dragon trail.
Oh, it's quite literally the dragon.
Yeah, really stupid. But saying you gotta chase the pill because it slides around with the lighter. And you like suck it up with the straw, the smoke that gets created. And pretty much like the first couple times, it didn't really like feel it, and then like one of the times I did it, I like went to go lay in my bed, and I like sunk in my bed.
Right.
And it was, dude, I didn't tell them, the girls. This is like our little secret. It felt really cool. And then he was like, started borrowing my mom's car and shit when I was like bringing it over, and that was fine. But one time he like smoked cigs inside my mom's car, and I got in so much fucking trouble. And that's when I started to realize that this guy's like not like fully respecting me.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized that he was not that good of a person for the girl that he was dating, my girlfriend, my friend. And they like moved. They pretty much started doing this shit together. They were taking.
Whoa, wait, the call dropped. What were you saying? And then you were taking, yeah.
Then they were taking Xanax, and they like went away.
Right.
It was weird.
Damn.
And yeah, dude, it was fucking weird. And then I remember they were gone, and it was like weird. And then one time they were like back in the room, and then all of a sudden like the mirror was shattered because they were like scream fighting. And then I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
And then like, dude, later on, we're all. I think they broke up or something. Like, there was some big blowout that happened. I think I'm starting to get
Blowies.
easy here. But, no, it hadn't happened yet. But, fucking, I was started actually taking acid, I think. No, I missed the blowout. They broke up. He was just doing bars at this point. She was already hooked. Hold on one second.
Alright. He's gotta get his Baja Blast.
Hi, can I get a large bonfire s'mores frozen coffee, please?
Get that coffee.
Large bonfire s'mores frozen coffee. And a medium, cold brew with, medium iced coffee, or iced latte, sorry, with, oat milk and almond flavor shot. And just those two, thank you. Nope, that's it. Pennies.
Pennies.
Pennies, nickels, dimes. Pennies, nickels, dimes.
Are you a Duncan?
You.
Dead air, ladies and gentlemen. Dead air.
Dead air, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you a Duncan? You can neither confirm or deny that.
Yes, I am done. I am a done.
Do you have a membership card?
My Duncan?
Yeah.
No. I used to use the app and get like rewards and stuff.
Yeah. Don't you save money or whatever like that way?
You do. But I don't get Duncan enough to do that.
Right. Only 5 days a week.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The show was fun last night. We played Cozy Moses. It's one of my favorite songs.
Right.
It's just goofy and silly.
Yeah, I think I saw a photo on Facebook, dude. It was cool. Here's a question that I had, dude. So, when you guys have a show, do you guys have to carry your own equipment? Obviously. Wow. So like Lorenzo carries the drums.
Yeah, so sometimes bands, he had to load in this, he had to backline is what it's called.
I see.
Backlining is like sharing the gear with the other acts that are playing. So usually to like save time between the acts, like because there's 3 or 4 bands that play a night.
Right.
Sometimes 3. And so like in order to save time between each act, they'll just share a drum set and switch out some of the cymbals. Or like switch out like the snare drum or something quick, something just a part of it. But yes, Lorenzo had to gear in his full drum set.
Right.
Oh, that's on him though, he's a drummer. Bitch, he's a bitch.
But I mean, that's a big hassle, dude, to get like you guys. I mean, not like, but like, what?
It sucks. I hate it. I hate gearing out and gearing in.
Right. Yeah, like you guys perform regularly, and like so like everybody has to carry their own, right? Like, well, drums it must be the biggest one, and like you do the keyboard, right?
Yeah, I have that in my passenger seat right now as we speak.
Right. How many keyboards do you have?
Oh jeez, I have a couple.
Like what is the one that you regularly use? Like the one that was in the picture last night.
Oh, that's like my good old faithful.
What is it called?
I think it's like a Casio Privia. It's like a pretty. When I got it new, at the time it was expensive, but at this point in time, because it's like what, fucking 8 years later, it is not as expensive. Like, it's embarrassing. It's like a fucking $120 keyboard.
Really?
It gets the job done, honestly. I still feel like I want to get a keyboard player. Like,
right.
I've been playing piano for like songwriting purposes, and I feel like helps me to orchestrate the band in a way, because the band really, like, looks to me for some song, like, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Off the speakerphone for a second. I guess just talking to the wind.
Talking to the wind.
Like, so that's why I like my keyboard, but like at the same time, I'm not like, I hear other bands with piano players, and I'm like, that's a piano player. When I hear myself play piano, I'm like, I know chords. You know, it's very different. I can tell the difference. I'm not trying to be like hard on myself. My friends are always like, no, dude, you're the best. And I'm like, that's not true. You are lying to yourself. Like, nah. If Chase was like capable, if he wasn't just like a wild bull,
yeah,
we would be able to like as soon as we try to play any song or any sort of chord structure that isn't a Grateful Dead song, he's like, we can't be a band, like we got to abolish the concept of a band. Like he just tries to. I'm like, dude, just learn something with us, please. It'd be fun.
Interesting, right? Yeah.
He's such a good musician, but he's very he's hard to. He's like stubborn. Doesn't play well with. He plays well with others if you're following him.
Follow my lead, yeah.
Yeah, and that's awesome. I mean, it's fun to play with him in that way, and I like to sing with him in that way. It's fun to sing along while he plays. But it's hard in a band setting, and my bandmates have brought it up a bunch. Because, like, Chase was going to join our band for a little bit. He was like, I want to be a hubris. I want to be, like, influenced in this hubris. And we're like, fuck yeah, dude. And then as soon as he, like, the first gig he had, he was like, we need to abolish the band. And I was like, what?
So you wanted to be a part of this?
I can't. Like, I was like, dude, like, yes, I agree. But, like, the whole thing about this is, like, the regularity of practicing. The regularity of not even practicing, like getting together is like the only thing that like locks us in, you know what I mean? Like, and the freedom of writing and like being able to do and like write our songs and present them. And like sometimes like, you know, you would be able to write a song and be like, hey boys, here's the song. Like, even if you were like, Louie, play exactly this, I would do that, you know, because I want to value your thing. Like, obviously, that probably won't happen. It would be, like, more creative freedom there. But, like, I don't know. I'm kind of, like, going off. But it was so weird. It is so weird. He's such a great, talented musician. And he's fun to jam with. But it's, like, he's untamable. I'm not saying people need to be tamed. But, like, I feel like I'm implying that you're tameable. I'm implying that my friends are tameable. That's not the case. You know what I mean? It's
right.
Like, I guess when you're trying, when you're trying to dance with another person.
It takes two to tango.
It takes two to tango, right? So it's like, if we were to collaborate, we would be collaborating.
Right.
Right? You want me to help you on your art project by covering this, like say you're doing a half a mile by half a mile painting, and you're like, Louie, I really need your help painting this section black. Like, you know, I'd be like, okay, like I'll help you. That's not collaborating, you know?
That's that's basically asking your friend to do some free labor in a way. Like, okay, this is painting, but I just want you to pick up the black paintbrush and do this part black. It's right. I remember that, like, and you've probably had this experience too, right? Like, somebody asks you to do something and it's supposed to be an art thing, but they want you to specifically do this thing, and it's demeaning, it's degrading. It's like, this is done for school kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I'm trying to remember specifically when that is, but I've had those experiences where, yeah, like the person has said, like, specifically do this thing, and it's a craft thing or an art thing, or, yeah, like something, maybe even cooking that's happened, but it's like...
Oh man, I'm a little bit for cooking, but I allow some freedom.
Right. But yeah, the person doesn't allow yeah, the person doesn't allow me to do whatever I want really, and it just feels like it just makes me like think very little of myself, and I just get hurt because I'm like the person doesn't trust me and they think little of me. And maybe it's
Right.
not accurate, but that's how I think at the moment. That's how I feel.
When, I mean, it's like the concept of being micromanaged. Like, as soon as micromanaging happens, you have that level of like, obviously this person doesn't trust me
Right.
in the way.
And you're just like, all right, I'm just gonna do exactly what they said. I'm not gonna do my best. I'm not even gonna do common sense. I'm just gonna do literally exactly what they just said.
That is really like that's my problem at work sometimes. Like, well, that was my problem at work. Like at the beginning, and now I have not common sense, but like a understanding of what my boss means when he fucking says certain shit. But like, and like the way that I can like flex within that boundary of not having a, as my coworker used to say, not having wait that man.
Right.
Fucking Brazilian guys. Oh, Pete. Wait.
Brazilian guy.
He's so mad today, bro. Like,
Wait, who got? Oh yeah, your Brazilian coworker.
yeah, we'd be talking about Pete getting mad, and he'd be like, Peter, wait. He'd do with like his hand like a duck.
Right.
Alright, I got to fly.
Cool.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. Peace. Bye.